Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, all the rest. Let's get into it. Okay, so we had a good jobs report come out. So we're seeing some upward momentum here. To get in on the action, we want to look for a pullback. It's possible that it just continues up and we don't get an entry. It might be hard to find an entry. So we're about to find out. Let's see if we come back and test 96.74. We have VWAP at 95.34. And the 5 is about to cross the 20. Cross above. Let's let these early candles play out. Let them play out so we can find our entry. All right, let's see how they do on the retest of 96.74. Because remember, they got to grab liquidity from somewhere. So let's see if they're going to grab it from 96.74 or 95 or VWAP. That's if they want to continue up. We're going to find out. But before we get the stream started, let me not forget this. Do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owner of the channel, the trades that appear on the broadcast and their affiliate company is not liable for any losses inflicted in relation to its content. When you're done reading that, go to that website on the bottom. All right, retest VWAP. Now we need to see if we're gonna get underneath VWAP, and then we'll wait for our continuation for puts somewhere underneath 94.77. Yeah, we needed to see some type of pullback, or else you'd have never found an entry. If it just kept going up, it would have been very difficult to find an entry. We're going to see if we're going to hold on to this magenta. If magenta gets us to 94.77, we'll hold on to it. We're gonna let a few cycles go by. Let's let at least 2 cycles go by. If you're in puts, you know you gotta chase this close, right? Because the uptrend is strong, so just chase it if you're in puts already. Now, on the 30, we're about to get into some, see all this gobbledygook right here? We're about to get into all this. So it might get a little hectic in here. I'm going to mark out high a day. All right, now let's see what they want to do at VWAP. Just let a couple cycles go by, you're not missing anything. All right, they're stalling around VWAP. Let's see what they want to do. The setups are already on the screen. Your safest puts are going to be underneath 94.77. So there's nothing really to do in here, okay? There's nothing really to do in this area. All right, see what they got. If you're taking this magenta, you gotta chase it, right? We're better off underneath 94.77 for puts. So if you're taking this magenta, you gotta chase it. You see a lot of rejection wicks, or wicks, it depends which way you're looking, but rejection wicks to the upside. All right, this break in magenta got us to our key level. We saw the break, the retest, and the rejection of VWAP. So if you took this magenta, it's 38. This is our 30 cents right here. If you're waiting for the break and retest, wait for the break and retest. This is so you can protect against the stop hunt. Now you know you're in an uptrend, so if you took this magenta, you have to chase it, like I said, right? Okay. Okay. Easy money, right? Easy money. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's actually too easy. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to livespytrading.com. I'll get you sorted. I will get you sorted. This is too easy. So if you're in the Discord, you would know that the magenta's the entry. Because we're in an uptrend based on pre-market, we got to chase it. But I did say we're gonna see if we can get the key level. We got to the key level right here. If you're looking for the break, retest, and reject, wait for that. Otherwise, from magenta 95.38 to 93.85, this is a good win. It's a good win. Yeah, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, wherever else, YouTube, you got to join now. Join the Discord now. Because the price is going up. The price is going up because I deserve it. Because it's worth it, that's why. Your financial success is worth it. It's worth every penny and then some. Are we good? Everyone cool? So this candle alone, you see the break, the break. Here's the retest. Here's the rejection. All right, cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I was telling you. Yesterday, days like that happen. We have a strategy that works. We can't let one day dictate our entire journey, okay? That's not a thing. Every business, you're gonna have to pay a cost. Every single business. There's something called a business expense. And if you don't have a business expense, you're probably not running a good business. You're probably not running a good business if you don't have a business expense. So now that we know all this is true, there's no reason to take days like yesterday if you got chopped up or whatever. Yesterday was a choppy day. That's the day to get chopped up. That makes sense, right? As long as you don't overextend yourself, don't over leverage, you'll be fine. Because you got to live to fight another day. We got to live to fight another day. And then look, if you took this win, you know, you're deciding your own exit strategy here, but if you took this win, why not call it? This is good money right here. This is 2 points. What is this? 95. This is almost 2 points right here. This is good money. You don't have to sit here and do this all day now. You understand what I'm saying? You did your job in what? 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, we did our work. And you'll see once you learn how to leverage the account or scale your account, it gets 30 minutes is all you need. 30 minutes is all you need. As long as you don't get greedy, take your money and leave. That's all you got to do. Let me clean up this chart just a bit. All right, now since that played out, we got to watch out for we're still in exit strategy 1, by the way. Still in exit strategy 1. Look, if you waited for the break and retest, it's not going to get any easier than this. Break, retest, reject. It's not going to. We're not looking for calls until we get about 95.50. If we get back up to 95.50, then we'll be interested in calls. All right, we're coming to the end of the lick box, so get ready for whatever they're gonna do here. I was just doing a whole bunch of talking on mute, son of a gun. We're coming up to the bottom of this lick box, so be careful. Don't overstay your welcome, okay? Just follow. We're still in exit strategy 1, by the way. From the entry on magenta, we're still in exit strategy 1. So when I tell you the green candles, or excuse me, well, it's gonna look red on your brokerage. When the red candles come in, they're gonna try to slap you in the face. You gotta stick to the strategy. I say it every day. They're gonna try to slap you in the face and keep going. You gotta stick to the strategy. All right, let me clean up the chart just a bit. we're here. So if you're looking for an entry, wait for the break, retest, and reject underneath 93.16 on the 5-minute. All right, now, I think we're comfortably in this blue. So we're comfortably in this blue. We're still in exit strategy 1. If you decided to take profit on key level, fine. Otherwise, you have to go through the lessons to understand what the exit strategies are so you can maximize the profit. And then you just gotta have the testicular fortitude to stick it out, or the mammary fortitude to stick it out. I couldn't think of anything. I got put on the spot. Mammary fortitude. Okay, ovarian fortitude. There you go. That's probably better. Still in exit 1. Now you should be going level by level, right? So, you know, we already knew that if we break this, well, we didn't know, but we had a good idea because I said it. We're going to test to see if we get to 94.77. That happened, right? So you got to go level by level. From here to VWAP, it rejected VWAP, to here, a little bit shaky here, but you know, we're still in exit 1, so there's no reason to leave the trade. Look at the money we're printing. Look at the money we're printing right now. Look at this. I'm walking you through it. I'm telling you I'm telling you what to do before it happens. There's nothing more I can do, right? So you see us winning all the time. If you're not a part of it, it's because you gotta, this takes time. Because the red candles, they're green here, but in your brokerage it's gonna be red. The red candles are gonna scare you. That's the hard part. Look at the money we just printed. Look at this money. Look at this money. Here, watch this, watch this. Bang! Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Today was a great day. Today's a great day. Look at this guy. I found another video of him doing a crib walk. I gotta get that. Look at the money we're printing right now. And here's the crazy thing. People refuse to join the Discord. They refuse. Stupid. Stupid. They're like, I don't know, 150 bucks. That seems like too much. Look how much money we made and they're worried about oh my goodness. Look how much money we made and they're worried about $150 and they plan on making it in the stock market. These people are insane. If you know people like this, get them away from you. Because these are unrealistic people, right? They have no concept of reality. They think that their feelings mean something in life. But I feel this way, therefore, keep feeling like that, homie. We're not looking for calls until 95.50-ish. Look at the, let's go. Oh my goodness, okay. We're still in exit strategy 1. Oh my goodness. If you don't know what exit strategy 1 is, you gotta get in the Discord. What's wrong with you? You're gonna sit there. How long are you gonna sit there? I'm actually offering free sessions. How long are you gonna sit there and let the money go by? You don't even know what's going on. I teach a whole lesson. There's lessons on how to do this. There's lessons. Now it's gonna take you time to understand how I speak because I speak a little odd. You know, I don't have the normal stock market lingo. But here's the thing: I don't need it. I don't need it. What does that do? As long as you understand what I'm saying, you'll be fine. You're only gonna understand if you go through the lessons. You're only gonna get the lessons when you join the Discord. Duh. It's a very simple process. People making it complicated. If you understand what colors are, then I think you'll be fine. You don't even need to have the ability to color within the lines. You don't even need that ability, because that's past some of you. That's already past a lot of you. Look at the oh my goodness. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster sometimes. Look, I gotta drag the mascot. This is our mascot. Oh, actually, I have a new one. I need to. Oh my goodness. All right, look. What I say? We're getting to key level. Wait for the break and retest underneath the key level, right? This was on the 5 minute. It looks different, right? Wait for the break and retest under key level to look for another entry. Boom. There's nothing more I can do. All right, now we're coming up to the bottom of this lick box that I had here. Now we're coming up to and keep in mind these liquidity boxes, they've been here since before the market opened. You don't have to believe me. Here, look, it's right here. You don't have to believe me. Okay, just don't overstay your welcome. Put your stop, adjust it appropriately. Oh my goodness, look at the money we printed today. Look at the money we printed. Get out of my face. Get in my face so I can tell you to get out of my face. Look at this. No one's doing this on the internet. No one is doing this. They don't have the courage to do it because they don't have the results to do it live. I'm doing it live. Now, if you think you're gonna join a Discord where they're putting 30,000 screenshots on the screen and typing and then asking questions, they're asking questions to people that don't know what's going on. Do you think X, Y, and Z? It's like, bruh, they're here to get the education and you're asking the question without telling them the information first. So how does this trading work? How could it possibly work? They're coming to you for the answers and then you're gonna ask them the question without providing any context. It can't work. They put 30,000 screenshots, 30,000, and then you gotta rifle through all these screenshots to see, well, is this happening? Is this happening? And then they don't have the charts updated because they're not live. And this dude has over 13,000 people in his Discord. I don't know how. I'm doing it live. Look at my record. Get out of my face. And if you didn't like this magenta, I gave you this magenta right here. This was easy. Break magenta, retest, reject it. This one was easy. All right, hold on. This candle took me out. I was talking. Yeah, I'm okay with that. This candle took me out. Okay. Okay. That was my rant. Let me check on y'all. How we doing? Everyone cool? Man, yeah, the 20's right here. The 20's right here. Do you see how we can use the 5 and the 20 to give us an idea of what's going to happen? You see when they started to spread? Amazing. We had a great day. We had a good week. I told you, don't worry about yesterday. You can't let it affect you like that. That's normal. If you got chopped up yesterday, that's normal. But look, I'm a live person. I'm doing it with you. I know I'm just a voice on the other side, but I'm doing it with you. Instead of some other people who are posting random screenshots like, oh, look at this screenshot that I took of my profit. Okay, cool story, bro. How does that help anybody else? But for some reason, people are like, oh man, look at all that profit this person made, which you don't even know if it's real or not, but it doesn't matter. The point is we get fixated on pictures and shiny things instead of the data with me drawing actual paths that is gonna happen. And I'm doing it in real time instead of throwing up 30,000 pictures that the dude's throwing up a million screenshots, and then you have to cipher through which one is which one's hitting, and then his charts aren't updated, and then he's gone for half the day. Get out of here. 13,000 people that are just left in the dark trying to figure it out on their own. And then there's another one. What was it? Top Trading Edge. I don't even know. Don't even get me started. I'm the only one doing this. The only one. And I get less views than the AI, than the regular AI. You know, there's channels just pure AI. Just pure AI. There's, and it's just a random screen of like an order flow type screen. Order flow screen. Pure AI. And even that channel has so many viewers. I'm like, what are you getting out of this? And then they even post the win rate. It went through a whole session. We had a great session. I'm just talking now. We had a great session on the day that I saw it. And I think the AI was up like $13. Literally, actually $13. Meanwhile, we printed like a 6-point win. And I was like, wait, it's been all day and you're up $13. And they still had like I think it was like 230 people still in there, still in the live. And I was like, what is going on? What's wrong with these people? Yep. Don't overstay your welcome. We're getting up close to key level. You got to measure risk to reward on this, right? The 20 is at 690.09. This mascot's getting tired. Don't overstay your welcome here. Look, we're coming up to the bottom of the lick box, and they're starting to, they might want to consolidate somewhere in here, so just give it a second. Now, if we break, retest, and reject, we'll look for an entry, right? This is only in a 5-minute chart. This is the 5-minute chart here. A lot of volatility coming in. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, let's see if we can get to the 20. This big rejection right here. Let's see if we get below it. What is it? 690.67. Omir from TikTok, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. To anyone interested in joining the Discord, you gotta go to here. I'll put it up right now. All right, nice, nice, nice. I needed this. There it is. There it is. I needed that. Give me all that. Okay. Okay, here we go. I needed that. I needed that. So look, if you understand colors, look, we knew that our put entries are on the break of this magenta. The put entries on the break of the magenta. The put entries on the break of the magenta. There's nothing more I can do. All right, hold on, let me tighten up. Okay. Okay. There's nothing more I can do. All the answers are to the test are on the screen right in front of you. You got to join the Discord to understand what's going on. Actually, you can get in right now. You can get in right now if you go to the website. Now they're gonna ask you for the credit card, but you don't have to. After I'm offering a free session. Hold on, wait a second. All right, now I need to figure out what I want to do with my life. Hold on. Okay, I'm offering a free session. So you can get in right now, go and check it out. You can see all the wins from every single day that I post. Go into, you know, you gotta be familiar with Discord. Hold on. Go into the trade chat. It's on the left. It's gonna be a channel on the left. Go through every single day. I post all the wins every single day since February 3rd of 2025. You don't have to believe me. You don't. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to see it for yourself. And if you decide after 24 hours that making money is not for you, then you don't have to sign up, right? You click decline because they're going to ask you, all right, what do you want to do with your life? Here we go. What do you want to do with your life? That's what they're going to ask you after 24 hours. You want to change your life, or do you want to keep spinning signs in front of Subway? That's your choice. Even if you're not spinning signs, look what we did in, how much? In less than an hour. Less than an hour, we've made somebody's, at least weekly salary has been made. In less than an hour. In Gucci flip-flops and a robe. I promise you. I promise you it's happening. And I'm doing it with everybody live. We're doing it together. You're not alone. I'm taking my own trades. Trust me. Trust me, I want to win. If I took anybody else's trades, I'd be losing. Because oh, there we go. There we go. If I took anybody else's trades, I would be losing. How do I know? Because I've been there and done that. I tried everything. I tried them all. Until I got serious. I'm like, you know what? That's not for me. Let me figure this out. Oh, look at this. Look at this. And we do it every day. You didn't miss anything if you didn't take any trades yet. If you didn't find an entry, if the break in magenta wasn't good enough, you didn't miss anything. Don't worry. We do it every day. And yeah, there's going to be days like yesterday, but look how much we made up for it. Look how much we made up for it. Look at this money. Get out of my face. Look when the call out was. Here's the call out. Oh my god, 95.54. What are we at? This is oh my. Look at the money we just printed today. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything. YouTube doesn't even want me saying that. Oh wait, but I have the disclaimer. All right, look. Do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owners of the channel, the traders that appear in the broadcast, and their affiliate companies are not liable for any losses inflicted in relation to this content. If you're watching this content, you didn't inflict any loss. It simply couldn't happen. It could not happen because our call scenario was way up here. So don't tell me about no loss. I don't want to hear it. If you let the red candle scare you out, don't worry, it happens. It happens, I get it, I've been there too. It takes time. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Look at this money. Get out of my face. Look at this, 6 points. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're stuck between the 5 and the 20, so there's nothing to do in between the 5 and 20, okay? There's nothing to do between the 5 and 20. Let's go ahead and check the trading. I know there's a lot of trading plans this morning. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6. There's nothing I can do about it, right? I'm honest with you. Yesterday it was 3. Today it was 6. I'm being honest with you, but there's one that I know I did it. Let me see. Not that one. Ah, okay. Yeah. The micro head and shoulders. Look at that one. Look at that one. Tell me that didn't hit precisely. You can't tell me that didn't hit precisely. Ooh, Jersey Mike's. I like your style. I like your style. Be careful in here, okay? You got to be careful between the... Let them figure out what's going on in there. Oh man, we had a good day. We had a good day. Listen, if you made money, there's no reason to sit here and do this all day. There's no reason to sit here and do this all day. Now, the real money is not trading off YouTube and trading off TikTok. That's not the real money. The real money's in the Discord. You're gonna have to believe me. I'm not just trying to, what do you call, like, what is it, you know, trying to, like a sweaty salesman type deal. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm being honest. The real money's in the Discord. And it's gonna take money to make money. If you want free, you're gonna get what you paid for. And to everyone copying the charts, I know who you are. You're gonna have to come up with a new plan after today. Let them figure out this area. Here, let me get rid of the mascot real quick. We had a great day. We had a good week. I give entries, I give exits, lessons on how to do everything. It can't get any easier. The only thing that's hard is the emotion. Knowing when to, what did they say? Hold them and when to fold them. That's the hard part. The hesitation. So a lot of us hesitate and then we FOMO. That's the problem. Instead of sticking to a strategy. When you hesitate and FOMO, you're going off vibes. Right? So you need to have a strategy that you can repeat over and over and over. That's what you need to do. Hold on, let me do some work real quick. I need to shrink this. I need to shrink it because our win was so large. Look how large and in charge our win is. Amazing. This is a little contradictory, but it is what it is. If you made money on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, I'm happy for you. Good. However, doing it on Instagram, it's not sustainable. I'm telling you, it's gonna take a little bit of investment in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. No one else is gonna do it. No one else is gonna do it. And I don't even recommend you tell your family members because they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. Or your wife or your boyfriend or whoever, or both at the same time. I don't know what you're into, but what I'm saying is they're not going to understand. When you walk away with a $10 win and you're happy as shit and they're like, wait, what? $10? I thought you're trading stocks. You're a loser. They don't get it. And they never will. They never will. They're only going to see once you finally do become profitable and start making money, then they're going to want to be attached to your hip, right? Then they're going to want to be a part of it. They think because you have money, you have some type of sphere of influence, and they want to be around your sphere of influence. This is how people are. Be careful inside the 20 and the 5, okay? It's volatile in here. So look, if this bolt happens right here, then don't overstay your welcome, because we can only, matter of fact, we shouldn't be trying to call the reversal anyway. But if you want to scalp something, it has to be, you know, somewhere up here. Inside this liquidity box is risky territory. You see the volatility going on. You see the environment we're in, right? Serious downtrend all the way back to the 20. So they're going to grab liquidity from somewhere before they make a move. So let them grab the liquidity. Let them settle this out. If you didn't take a trade, stop feeling FOMO. It's going to ruin you. You need to be, number one, happy for the people that did make something. Number two, happy for yourself knowing that you have something solid you can rely on, meaning being in the Discord with us. And why, and you know, that may seem a little self-serving, but here's the thing. I can say it because I have the results, because I post the wins every day, because I trade with you live every day. This is why I can say this with confidence. We have the results. We don't have to think. We don't have to guess. We don't need to say, is the stock market going to go up or down tomorrow? It doesn't matter. We don't care, because we make money in either direction. So when you guys have this thought, you need to get that out of your mind. You need to get that out of your mind. Is the stock market going to go up or down? It doesn't matter. If we're day trading, it doesn't matter. For your long-term portfolios, sure, I get it. I get it. But day trading, get this out of your mind. It doesn't matter. All that's going to do is lead you to have a bias. You're going to have a bias. You're going to have a bias, and it's going to lead you to jump in on things. Okay, they're going to, let's say you thought it was going to be, an example, a put day. As soon as you see a red candle, you're going to buy a put, and then it turns around on you. Because we need data. Vibes isn't enough to trade money. Like, if you're doing actual money, you know, we shouldn't be trading off of vibes. We shouldn't be trading off of, but a whole bunch of people on YouTube said X, Y, and Z. All these streamers or whoever that are putting out on their weekend reports or whatever, they're putting out what they think is going to happen and yada, yada, yada. They don't know. They don't know, because they're always wrong. Always wrong. And then when they get it right, they're like, see, I told you. It's like, bruh, you had a 50-50 shot. What do you mean? A quarter could have done just as good a work as you. I could have flipped a quarter and figured out the same shit you did. You didn't do anything special. But then you have people saying, wow, they actually knew. They don't know. Neither do I. No one actually knows. All right, let me go read it with you guys. We had a good day. That's what I was telling you. Don't let yesterday, man. Yesterday, that's part of the journey. If you didn't go through yesterday, then you're not a trader. If you haven't been chopped up before and FOMO'd and saw red candles or green candles, and you're not a trader. You're not a trader, or you're a bot. Either one. Because humans, we have emotions. We have emotions, and that's part of the game. But here's how we mitigate against destroying our account with emotions: is having a plan, having discipline. We gotta have, you know, so let's say you want to gamble a little bit. You know, maybe we did a little bit of gambling yesterday. Let's say you want to gamble a little bit. Set a limit. Set a limit for your loss. Like, hey, look, I'm down $50 for the day. I'm not doing any more. $50, even though I see a setup coming along the way, or, you know, this is your mind going to tell you, wait, but you can, this was me. This was me yesterday. No, wait. You can, I actually stayed on stream 6.5 hours yesterday. I was determined to get that money back, but that's besides the point. If you don't have the experience, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend that. That's not healthy. But as a new trader, you're gonna jump in on everything. If you have bias, you need to get that bias out of your head, because it doesn't matter. We need to have a strategy. We need to have discipline. If you took a $50 loss for the day, call it a day and walk away, or whatever your limit is. If you take in 3 trades, only 2 of them, or the last 2 were bad, you know, made two bad trades in a row, call it a day. If you keep getting smacked in the face by the red candle and then it continues on, that's normal. That's normal. That's everybody. And then also, here's another thing. Another thing that we all often do, everybody does, and I'm pretty sure. We always look back after the fact and say, oh man, I could have done better. I should have entered here. I should have exited here. This is also going to ruin your account, because this is going to lead you to FOMO. This is going to lead you to jumping on just because you see a red candle, or just because you see a green candle. Or sometimes it could be, but you said break a magenta. Yeah, but break a magenta, but it's got to be realistic, right? If it breaks magenta and we're right next to the 5, you better be careful, right? So it has to make sense. And I go through all this in the lessons. It's not like you need to figure it out on your own. Matter of fact, you cannot know what an option is at all. You can join the Discord and be okay. You know, it's going to take you a couple weeks, but you'll be fine. You will be fine. I'm only saying that because I have the results. I have the results. There's people in the Discord right now. Talk to them. They'll tell you. You're not alone. They will tell you. If there's one thing I could say, you're going to be at least somewhat more knowledgeable. Even if you decide not to stay in the Discord, you're going to be somewhat more knowledgeable. You're going to have more knowledge than what you started with. I promise you that. At least something. You're going to get a little tidbit. You're going to get a little tidbit of something. So this goes to the members as well. You need to have that. You need to have your rules for yourself. You know, for me, it's Friday. You know, I don't trade on Fridays. Sometimes I regret it. Well, not really regret it. It's just, okay, I'm fine. I had Monday through Thursday. I have my rule. You need to have your rules for yourself. I've taken 5 trades for the day. I'm done. I'm over trading. Or I've taken $50 loss. I'm done. I'm going to save this for tomorrow. We need to have these rules set in place. And also, make your bed. You need to make your bed. You can't come to the trading floor and your bed's messy. If your bed's messy, your mind's messy. That means you don't have discipline. I'm going to patent that. I like that. If your bed is messy, your mind is messy. You need discipline. And look, if you get me, a leather suit and one of those choking balls, I'll beat you. I'll beat you into submission. I'll beat you into submission. You need discipline. I'll discipline you. Leather belt. What is it called? Leather strap? Something like that? I know some of y'all know. Gag ball. Okay, gag ball. Okay, let's see how much pullback they want to do. I'm done with my rant. But yeah, go ahead and livespytrading.com if you want to get in on the Discord. It's 150. Get over it. It's 150. Get over it. It's worth it. Obviously, it's worth it. Stupid. Obviously worth it. And you don't even need to take today for proof. Go through and look through all the other days. I post the wins every single day. Every single day. Oh, by the way, Discord, I have my medical appointment today, so I will be cutting it early, but I think today to cut it early is fine. I think if we cut it early today, it's perfectly fine. But I'll leave you setups and stuff. I'll leave you setups when I'm ready to go. I'll leave it on the 5-minute chart. And here's the thing. we've had the big movement, right? The morning move, like we always say, we've had the big movement. So they're gonna start lunch over there soon. When I post the long-term plays, when I say long-term plays, I mean, you know, when I'm not here and the market's gonna move, you gotta wait for those things to happen. You gotta have the discipline to not jump in, to not front run it. You gotta have that discipline. Okay, I'm gonna let this settle out. I'm gonna get up, walk around, circulate some blood. I'll be right back. I suggest you do the same. All right, we're coming up to that 50-50 now. If you don't know what a 50-50 is, you got to join the Discord. You got to join the Discord. Look, every path that I drew had to go up here. Every single path. So there was no option for... Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy. Actually, I can't say that. Do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risk. The owner of the channel, the traders that appear in the broadcast, and their affiliate companies are not liable for any losses inflicted in relation to its content. Once you're done reading that, go to that website, lastbuytrading.com. I'll get you sorted. You'll be fine. You will be fine. Here, go there. I'll leave that. So there's really nothing to do in here, right? We gotta see what they want to do. Also, we already had these key levels marked out. We already had these key levels marked out in pre-market. You see how they're, you see how the wicks are perfectly on these levels? That's not an accident. That is not an accident. We knew this ahead of time. So when you see people posting after the fact, or they get on a stream after the fact, what does that do? Cool story, bro. No one cares after the fact. Why don't they do it live? They won't do it live. They won't. They'll embarrass themselves. And they will be exposed. They'll be exposed. Maybe they won't be exposed as a fraud. Some of them, you know, maybe they're okay. They may probably make some money. But it ain't like this. They not like us. Let all this settle out. Look, you see what's happening, right? Let all that settle out. They not like us. This is too easy. The market, there's rules to this, right? There's rules. If you follow the rules, you'll be fine. Now look, this is going to be sketchy because you're back at the 20. You're back at the 20 and the 5. So puts, really your safety puts are going to be below the 5, if I'm being honest. Your safety puts, safety quote unquote, has to be below the 5. So on a break and retest, probably of this lick box, right? That'll make sense. You know, if you took the 50-50, then just don't overstay your welcome. Now, if we get between the 20 and the 5, you gotta be careful in there. Another thing, indicators. Stop relying on indicators. If you're out there and you're listening to me, you got to stop relying on indicators. Indicators don't work. If indicators worked, everyone would be rich and and this would have no value. Indicators don't work. They're not going to help you. We did everything without an indicator. Oh wait, what? Hold on. Well, we did everything without an indicator. Everything was done just on a drawing. On a drawing. I drew something on the screen. And that's what happened. We don't need indicators. And indicators only tell you after the fact. Be careful in here, I told you. Be careful in here. They need to settle this out. So we have this larger liquidity box, and then we have this little range in here. So from this point here, your safety puts have to be under the 5. It's simply, that's the answer. We'll look for calls above 93.73. If you're taking the break and retest of this lick box here above 91.92, if you're looking for calls of like this, you gotta chase it, okay? You gotta chase it. I'm just gonna slide this over slightly. Boop. All I did was slide it over 1 minute, that's all. All right, we're at the 50-50. Let's see what they want to do. To not get stop hunted, it needs to be a break and retest of what is this level? 91.92. So look, let's rehash what just happened, right? I told you that your puts, your safety puts, have to be somewhere below the 5. I told you to watch out in between these, and I only had the here. Let me, because I just put this one here. The only pass that I had drawn was, I'm just gonna move it. This one here, which happened, right? And this one here. So that means if this bolt down wanted to happen, around this area would have been your best bet, and then we're going to look for the break of this, the break of the magenta, right? So it needs to break, retest, and reject. Let's see if we get that. If it shoots off, it shoots off. Nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do other than saying, here's the 50-50. This is too easy. It's almost too easy. And then to VWAP. All right. Here, let me clean this up. And there it is, absolute perfection. Right in front of your face. I drew this right to VWAP. Look where the arrow is. Right on VWAP. Exactly on VWAP. Look where the arrow is. Come on now. Keep in mind, I freehand drew this thing, right? So, and I was trying to get it out there to show you because I see it. And I wanted you to see it too. Look, you're not going to get anything better than perfection. So I don't know what, if you're still sitting here trying to figure out, should I go check out that website and join the Discord? If you're still trying to figure that out, you need to dig a hole and get in it. This ain't for you. This is not for you. If you're still sitting here trying to figure this out, seeing that I'm drawing it exactly what's going to happen before it happens, then I don't know what to tell you. This is why you don't get along with your parents. It's not their fault, it's your fault. It's your fault. So here's the thing, if you have the mind to sit here and stare at charts and try to do something positive for yourself and make money in I would say a non-conventional way, but possible, that means you already have the mind for it. So I know your parents probably did something right with you, probably did something. Now you may say, yeah, but you had to have a positive influence somewhere to be here right now. Someone instilled something in you that makes you want to achieve and strive for better. So if that's you and you're here, or even if you're in the stock market and let's say you click off this in 5 seconds. If you're interested in the stock market and trying to make money day trading, you got that thing in you. You already got it. You got a piece. You need to finish off that puzzle. They don't like you because you can have the answer right in front of your face and you're still going to be like, I don't know. You shaky. You're shaky. No one likes shaky. You got to be confident. How do you get confident? How do you get confidence in the stock market? How do you gain that confidence? Through results. Through results. It's all data. It's all statistics. That's what it is. It's all probabilities. That's all. It's not that complicated. And as long as you don't over leverage, you'll be fine. You will be fine. Let's see if they want to stay in this magenta here. Remember, we want to protect against the stop hunt. So if you wanted to break and retest, this is how you protect against the stop hunt. Remember, I drew this a little while ago. Think about this. How would I know that VWAP is going to be here 30 minutes ago? How's that possible? 30 minutes ago. You got to think. There's something special going on here. This is not normal. This ain't normal. I'll tell you that. And if you see me shaking the screen a lot, you got to deal with it because I have to do that. If you don't want to see the screen shake, inside the Discord, you have access to all my charts. The only thing you can't do is edit it. Otherwise, you'll have access to all my charts. None of this is a surprise. This is too easy. It's too easy. So look, we want to see if they're going to stop hunt. Because, everyone's thinking, oh, look, calls. This is how we protect against the stop hunt. Now, like I said, if it goes and shoots off, my bad. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it goes and shoots off, and I'm like, my bad. But I want to protect you against. I'm just thinking ahead. I'm thinking ahead. That's all. Because I don't want you to over leverage. I'm thinking one thing, and also here's another thing. How many of us said, "Oh, we got a good jobs report"? That means the stock market is going to skyrocket. It may. We still got time, but we don't know that. Why try to guess? Why guess it? There's no reason to try to guess. A lot of them got their money out in pre-market. Pre-market. They bought their calls way down here and they sold it up here. This is why I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense to have a bias. For what? Even when you get good data, look what happens. And I'm not saying it's going to be down all day. It could go right back to, we could go meet all-time highs today. I don't know that. We don't know, but we let the market tell us what's going to happen. We don't have to sit here and guess. Do not sit here and guess and think, but it's supposed to be up, so I see a green candle, let me buy call now. I think it's supposed to be up. I see a green candle, let me buy call now. Right? Right. There's rules. And I told you, if it shoots off and we never find an entry, oh well, we don't find an entry because the possibility was that it just trickled up in an annoying fashion all day. but we identified the perfect put entry. It was perfect. We identified it. And then, you know, Bob's your uncle. Okay, let's see what we got. Here goes that green again. Here goes that green. I told you I was going to hold this green from yesterday. I told you I was going to hold this green from yesterday. There it is. Oh, wait. It's on here. My bad. All right, watch. Let it play out. Don't get thirsty now. Because look, if green breaks, you still got to deal with VWAP. I think our best bet is somewhere above 93.73. That's what I think. If you can't wait for up here, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna clean up the chart just a bit. All right, here's the pass we're looking for. Let me see. Again, on the puts, it's gonna be a little risky on the puts. Only because we're up next to the 20 and the 5. So it's going to be risky on the puts here. And for calls, I'd probably like to see something like this. These are the most likely paths. Now I have to draw them a little exaggerated so everyone can understand what I'm saying. So we're back. So we broke this liquidity box. They're retesting the liquidity box. We need to see if they're going to reject off of it or if they want to grab some more liquidity. But look, if you made money today, you got to think about calling it. You got to think about calling it a day. You're never going to preserve your account if you sit here and do this all day. You got to learn when to take the wins and move on with your life. I don't care if it's $3. If it's listen, I've been a $3 holler for a long time. You got to learn when what is it? Hold them and fold them. I'm here, I'm just being quiet. All right, we're gonna be in this on the 5-minute chart. This is for Discord only. We're gonna be in this magenta until we're not. Okay? Magenta until we're not. VWAP's gonna give us some resistance, right? So wait till we get above VWAP. You know, I think 93.73 is probably the best bet. If you made money today, can you hit the like button at least? Stop being cheap. Hit the like button if you made some money. Or if you learned something, hit the like button. Now look, if you took this green, you gotta chase this, right? You gotta chase this if you took this green. Don't overstay your welcome here. All right, we're at VWAP. Let them see what they're gonna do now. This is where you set your stop and you let what needs to happen happen. Don't look at the brokerage. You gotta look at the charts. Stop focusing on your brokerage. You gotta let what needs to happen happen. Just set your stop and be okay with it.